She's a very busy lady and very important, and we've got another event that's planned tonight, so I really want to thank you for taking the time to do that for me and my family. Thank you all for being here. This is the culmination of about a year and a half of work and a lifetime of dreaming. This assembly is made up of amazing people that I have been so fortunate to be born to, or that God has placed in my life path. Every second of my life is represented in this room, physically and spiritually. Of note, 3 men who are responsible for my professional life, every assignment, operation, training order, and promotion as a sworn member of our great agency has had the signature of approval of these men. Sheriff Richard J. Vohar, Sheriff David Zilak, and Sheriff Tim Cameron. They represent all of the living sheriffs of St. Mary's County. 3 decades of leadership and the will of the people of our beloved county. Thank you all for being here. You can clap for them. This place that we are in is sacred to me. The genesis of a bold idea called the freedom of conscience. The origin of my Catholic faith in this part of the English colonies. The birthplace of the county and the state that I love and where I worked, and the site of our office of sheriff for nearly 400 years. It also has incredible significance to my family. My mother and father met here as students when St. Mary's Seminary was made co-ed at a junior college in 1956. My father and 2 other men were the first to attend that co-ed junior college. My mother's attendance continued while she worked full-time and raised 3 boys on her own. She obtained her bachelor's degree from this institution in college when she was 40 years old. My brother Jeffrey also attended college here, as did my oldest brother Scott. This place was his favorite, bringing his family here on every visit, and he rests in peace a stone's throw from where we are in Trinity Church. My mother, St. Patty, the most beautiful woman in the world, inside and out, the nucleus and wellspring of faith and toughness in our family. Thank you for making all this possible, and your continued love and sacrifice. I love you. To my brother Jeff, our free spirit, good-natured, positive in all weathers, and loving all things, especially those that are furred. I love you. My sister Nancy, my cheerleader, who challenged me and always celebrated my accomplishments, and whose medicinal laughter has been the cure of many of life's surprises. To my sons, Trent and Clay, I'm so glad you were able to be here. Clay's working on his master's degree in graduate assistant coaching at his university. It's the University of Lourdes in Northern Ohio. He was trying to finish a master's paper last night with 4 hours to spare. Way to go, son, family tradition. Procrastination does run in the family. And Trent, one of the hardest working kids I know. He works 7 days a week and was able to take some hours off to be with us. You 2 are responsible for the most happy years of my life. Being an audience for your performances on stage and on fields across this state was such a source of pride, but not nearly the pride I have in watching you fulfill your potential as young men. Your greatest inheritance is your good heart. Follow them, always.
We need some applause on that.
My pal. When we decided to run for sheriff, we made a pact. I would run, and she would get a trip, preferably overseas and on something that floats. Trip of a lifetime we were able to share with Clay Safford and his beautiful wife Paige. Trip of a lifetime, we got both. I thank you for all the sacrifices that have allowed me to enjoy this incredible career, and I look forward to seeing the rest of the world with you. Uncle Jerry, my example of manhood and stability. The earliest influence that made me want to be a cop. He tried in vain to get my cousin and I not to do that, but fortunately we didn't listen. I think it only fitting that I render my first salute as sheriff of this county to you as a symbol of my love and respect. Right. You got something to say?
I do. When we was a little kid, he'd come around and I had a conversation with him and he wanted to be like I was, and I was in law enforcement for 33 years. And I knew at the end that law enforcement was getting rough. I mean, there's more crime today than there was back in my day, and I didn't want him to go and do it. And he did. I think he's going to be a wonderful sheriff. St. Mary's County is lucky for a man like him.
Antony, my pillar of grace and strength for our clan. Wise and caring, always thoughtful. She's the one in the family that you can always, you know you're going to get a birthday card. You know you're going to get a Christmas card. That's my Antony. She used to say in those cards that I was going to be the sheriff one day, 20, 30 years ago. We have a special animal that we share between us. Remember what it is? What do we always see out in Colorado flying around?
Yes, your golden eagles.
That's right. So because of Antony, I chose the golden eagle as my sheriff symbol in my insignia on this uniform. I wouldn't have earned it without your love. So you're getting one of my eagles.
Chased with a little beer up on the mountain. All that illegal beer on the mountain. They both turned out all right, both disobedient to my great husband.
To my HFS committee, would all the members, if they're not already standing, stand up? This group of people's endured the most cathartic 13-month journey. If you're not aware, this sheriff's race was a little interesting. I believe my predecessor called it one for the ages. The direction and motivation of this team during one of the most trying times of my life, I don't know that I'll ever be able to repay you all. There's one member that I'd like to highlight. I hope it doesn't embarrass him, but Greg Laxton and his father, Leroy, drove up to have and take part in this really momentous week that we've had in the office of sheriff. It's been unparalleled. Greg was the media guy for the campaign, and I believe you helped 2 other sheriffs in this room with their campaigns. The ideas and the phone calls, I mean, to the point that it was almost, he never stopped. He has ideas. I'm just throwing it off the wall. You can do with what you want. I don't think he ever slept for months. It was, what do you think, Leroy? Is that about accurate?
His wife said it was tough.
I cannot thank you enough. The motivation, talking me off ledges, the ideas, the posts, it was spectacular. I can't tell you how many people came up to me and said, man, who does your media? Well, Greg Laxton does it. So, because of everything you've done to benefit sheriff's campaigns and the office of the sheriff and the people of this county, I'm going to give you my first sheriff's badge. So come on up. St. Annie's, Dave and Sherry from St. James Deli, Historic St. Mary's City, and the mighty Mary Bohannon who made all of this stuff happen. When we got here, the place was completely full of smoke. This thing backed up and it was billowing in, and I thought, this is a good crowd, they'll be able to handle it. To everybody else in this room, I'm so glad you were here to share this with us. You are all vital roles in my life. I'm so grateful for all of you, and I wish you a wonderful holiday season and nothing but health. And I ask for your prayers, but I am so excited to serve in this chapter of my life, and I thank all of you for being such huge chapters in mine. Thank you.